Imagine a man who can withstand the searing heat of boiling water, without a blister. Picture a woman who can memorize an entire phone book in minutes, or a boy who navigates the world like a bat, despite being completely blind. Are these mutations of evolution? Hoaxes gone viral? Or evidence that our understanding of human potential is just scratching the surface? Throughout history, whispers of superhuman feats have circled the globe: men who defy death, women with senses beyond science, children who move objects without touch. Most stories get dismissed. Until someone brings proof. Let's begin with a man who became a modern myth. His name, Wim Hof. Known to the world as the Iceman. He's not just fond of the cold, he conquers it. Climbing Mount Kilimanjaro in shorts. Running barefoot half marathons on ice. Submerging himself in frozen lakes for over an hour without his core temperature dropping. Scientists thought it was suicide. Until they studied him. What they found was shocking. Hof could consciously control his autonomic nervous system, something once thought impossible. His breathing techniques, now widely taught, allow ordinary people to tap into extraordinary physiological control. But Wim insists, he's not special. What I can do, everyone can learn, he claims. Is he redefining human boundaries, or just exposing how little we truly know? Now meet Daniel Tammet. Born in London, Daniel suffered severe epileptic seizures as a child. Doctors feared cognitive impairment. Instead, he became one of the world's most extraordinary minds. Daniel sees numbers as colors, shapes, emotions. To him, math is not abstract, it's alive. He recited pi to over 22,000 digits without error. Learned Icelandic, one of the world's hardest languages, in a single week. But Daniel isn't a trained savant. He's self-taught. Diagnosed with high-functioning autism and synesthesia, his brain processes the world in deeply interconnected ways. Scientists say he's a window into what human memory could become. Daniel says he's just wired differently. But here's the mystery: how many others are walking among us, untested, unrecognized? From the mind to the body, let's journey to Vietnam. In the dense forest of Quang Nam, doctors met a boy they simply couldn't explain. Nong Yu Hui. His eyes glowed in the dark, literally. Born with bright blue irises, highly unusual in Southeast Asia, Yu Hui had another gift: night vision better than a cat's. He could read in pitch darkness, navigate mazes blindfolded, and spot objects hundreds of feet away under starlight alone. Specialists tried everything to debunk the claim, from light sensitivity tests to optical illusions. The results were consistent: Yu Hui could see what no other human could. Geneticists were baffled. Was it a rare mutation, a recessive trait, or something entirely new? But let's turn the lens on danger. Not every superhuman trait is benign. Enter Isao Machi. A modern samurai from Japan with reflexes so sharp, scientists used high-speed cameras to study him. He can slice a pellet mid-air from a BB gun, launched faster than the eye can track. That's not reflex. That's anticipation. Neuroscientists at the University of California concluded Machi's brain processes motion cues milliseconds faster than an average person's. In a world where milliseconds define survival, Machi's nervous system gives him a predator's edge. It's not learned, it's wired. But what does that mean for the rest of us? Could we train our brains for faster perception, or was Machi simply born with a gift evolution hasn't caught up to? Let's move to a story that blurs the line between science and belief. In India, a yogi named Prahlad Jani claimed he hadn't eaten or drunk anything for over 70 years. Dismissed as delusion by most, Jani agreed to be monitored by a team of doctors. Locked in a hospital room, under 24/7 surveillance, for 15 days. No food. No water. Not even a toilet break. And yet, Jani's weight, vital signs, and mental clarity remained unchanged. Doctors were stunned. The human body can't survive without water beyond 3 to 5 days, and yet, here he was. Skeptics called it trickery. Believers called it spiritual transcendence. But the footage? The biometric data? The baffled scientists? That part, at least, was very real. How he survived remains unexplained to this day. Now, imagine hearing the world like a sonar system. That's how Ben Underwood, a teenager from California, navigated life after losing both eyes to cancer at the age of 3. But Ben didn't let blindness limit him. Instead, he learned echolocation, using clicking sounds with his tongue to see the world through sound reflection. He could skateboard, rollerblade, play basketball. Like a dolphin. Like a bat. Neuroscientists discovered that Ben's brain rewired itself, repurposing his visual cortex to process sound. His story proved the brain isn't static, it's adaptable, plastic, responsive. But here's the real twist: echolocation can be taught. There are now schools for it. What if the next generation of the blind no longer needs sight? And then there's the woman with a body that doesn't feel pain. Jo Cameron, from Scotland, lived 6 decades without realizing she was different. She had surgeries with no anesthesia. Broken bones she never noticed. Burns she only discovered when they left scars. Eventually, doctors ran genetic tests and found the cause: a previously unidentified gene mutation that suppressed pain and anxiety. Researchers are now studying her DNA to develop new painkillers. But Jo's story isn't just medical. It's philosophical. If you couldn't feel pain, physical or emotional, how would your life change? Would you be fearless? Or dangerously unaware? In the depths of the Amazon, tribes speak of individuals who can hold their breath underwater for over 20 minutes. For most, this sounds like myth. But in Southeast Asia, the Bayao people, nicknamed sea nomads, prove it's real. These deep-sea divers have lived for generations without scuba gear, fishing by free diving to extreme depths. A recent study found that Bayao spleens are 50% larger than average, boosting their oxygen reserves. This adaptation isn't a lifestyle, it's a physiological evolution. In a single generation, the human body changed to suit its environment. Evolution isn't just a story of the past, it's happening right now. Yet, among all these marvels, perhaps the most mysterious are those that leave no explanation at all. Cases where people survive lightning strikes, with minds altered. Where children play Mozart by ear after head trauma. Where average humans, in moments of crisis, lift cars or run at speeds they never imagined. Are these anomalies? Or is every human body a locked chest of superhuman potential, waiting for the right key? The truth may not lie in capes and comic books. It may lie in mitochondria, in mutations, in meditation. In ancient disciplines and cutting-edge science. We're only just beginning to map the borders of what's possible. Every decade, a new impossible becomes routine. Flight. Transplants. Cloning. AI. So, if history teaches us anything, it's this: the age of superhumans isn't coming. It's already here. And the proof? The proof is out there, waiting to be believed.